name is Victor Kidson, and I'm here in Los Angeles for the Apollo 8 event tonight at Exchange. I'm with Roger Shah. How are you doing today?
Hello, I'm very good, thank you.
I'm excited for tonight. How do you feel?
I'm excited too, especially it's the first event ever for Apollo 8, so no idea what to expect, hope gonna be good. I'm excited for the fact I do like a Sunlounger only set, which is kind of first time ever. So yeah, gonna be interesting.
Yeah, this is a brand new foundation.
Yeah.
What do you think it could do to the world, or what do you think about it?
I think you have to see how they develop it. The idea behind it is great, that you as an artist can also decide for yourself where you want to donate your money. It's not just you go for this one foundation and they do something with it. So you also have to say or can decide by yourself what you want to do with the income which comes out of it. That's why I think it's a very interesting thing.
Do you have any charities that are close to your heart?
So I would donate my stuff to one of the SOS child villages. So and then they take it and use it for whatever they want to use.
Before we go deeper into this interview, 2016 actually marks your 20th year as a musician, right?
Yeah, that's a good research. Thanks for reminding me.
Congratulations for that as well. It's a cool thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, I never thought that I was going to make it that long and that far in the industry when I stopped my regular job back in the days. And yeah, I'm very grateful for all the years, all the experience, and I'm still very excited for actually just starting a next chapter in my career with different things. So yeah, but time is flying so fast. It's like this.
If we go back to your the balearic sound, how did you become Mr. Balearic? Because you actually created a genre, right?
Yeah. Actually, I mean, when I work on music, I just follow my heart and compose the way I feel. And then when you release a track, first of all, people want to put you in a box, but also like beatport, you have to name it as genre. And then I realized my music is kind of melodic, it's kind of trance, but not like the typical sound, and it's a little bit housey as well, but not like the usual house sound. So I just came up with something. That's why the way I named it Balearic Trance, for the fact at that time I have been a lot in Ibiza, where I was composing all the music and got the summer kind of theme, vibe, influence, and started my name and my label like Magic Island. So that's why I named it Balearic Trance.
Where did the inspiration come from to, yeah, because it was different. You created something new.
I think it just came from using a lot of guitars, percussions. I think I just did it somehow without thinking. Then I realized it's something different. I mean, the way I work, when I work on music and I really look what's going on right now in the scene, what is really like the hot sound right now, something. You have producers, they always follow like the hype. I think I never did that in all those 20 years. I'm just always doing the music I feel, and try to compose music. And also when I play, I try to show people the way I see music with my eyes and ears. And I think that's why I created my kind of own sound without thinking. And then I stood out at some point and had to label it somehow. It was never really planned. It just happened in a natural way.
How do you look at the fact that, because a lot of people have followed in your Balearic footsteps as well? I
mean, this is something which makes me proud when I see that people are sitting at home producing and trying. Let's make something like one of Roger's tracks. We still receive a lot of stuff from my label, which is exactly at the kind of Balearic style. And yeah, it makes me proud, and I think it's nice that you created something and people try to recreate it or looking up to it, or yeah, it's just amazing to see that you had an impact on some people.
If you look at Balearic Trance today, what is it that makes a track Balearic? Can you specify?
For me, it's more like a lifestyle and a feeling than a specific sound. Most of the guys sending stuff to me, they think Balearic is kind of using a guitar into a track, but I receive a lot of demos. Let's say it's very hard banging and have a breakdown with a little bit of a guitar, and telling me, "Hey Roger, I just did a new Balearic track. Maybe it might fit for your label." And then I listened to it and I said, "No, that's not a Balearic feel at all." So it's more to it. It's not, as I said, it's not like a specific sound. It's more like a feel you add to the sound, which just gives you a feel of summer, sunrise, like island feeling. I think this is a bit what's about it.
You have an orchestral background.
Yeah.
How did you move into electronic music?
Accidentally. So, yeah, when I started with playing keyboard with age of 14, 15, and then I went into music theory, started to study orchestration, all the articulations of all the instruments of orchestra. That was my plan when I started eventually to become a movie composer. At the same time, then I started to DJ in one of my local hometowns, and it just took me in this direction more and more, to play dance music. And then coming from a orchestral background of composing, I think that's why I just went the trance way, because it's very melodic. If you compose main themes for orchestra, it's kind of the way you compose trance melodies. So that's why I think it was just a natural progression at that time, and then I just followed that way and made it myself into the scene. It was never planned that way, but it worked. Yeah, and I'm still doing it, but now I'm also going back to doing more scoring and other stuff too.
So we mentioned it before, 20 years. If you could go back right now to the beginning, what advice would you give yourself?
Sometimes I think I should have been a bit more political with some people, but I'm black and white, like straightforward. A lot of people can't handle when you are very honest in the industry, so that's why a lot of times I had some trouble with some people. This is actually the only thing I think that sometimes I would just think or keep some honest opinions about stuff for myself. Anything else I think went great so far. I think I haven't done so much wrong when I look about my track record and stuff. So I think I would just be ready for like the same journey again and see where it would take me.
You recently released a very, very beautiful album called Music for Meditation, Yoga and Other Wellbeing Moments. Yeah. How did that album come about?
Yeah, so actually I got the idea from fans. So a lot of people who are listening to my Sunlounger stuff, especially the chill out versions out of the Sunlounger, a lot of people were asking me, like they were, for example, working at a spa center and stuff and using my music for that. And a lot of requests I got is from people saying, hey, we use your like instrumental stuff from the Sunlounger albums. Do you have more music in this direction, maybe even without the chill out beats to it, more just the atmospheres you are doing in that? And I was thinking, I don't have it, but I could do it. And this gave me the idea to start working on an album like this, and it was actually really fun to do it. And yeah, I'm using also a lot of my orchestral background as well, and I think we created very nice, almost like a score type of piece of album, just for people to relax and use it for yoga, meditation, or as I named it, any other well-being moment.
Can you listen to it yourself now when it's ready, and listen to it and relax to it as well?
Yeah, I can. It's nice to have music in the background. Then it works. I can do that.
What are the most important elements of a chill-out track?
To keep it very chilled, no stressful elements, nice chord progression, warm sounds. Yeah, I think, and then you, especially for the meditation album, you build it very slow up and slow down. I always try when I do a chill out track, I think about how would it chill me down, like would I relax to it, or would there be something which gets too much of attention? And those are those things you consider when you're working on music like that.
You're playing. You mentioned you're playing a Sunlounger set.
Yeah.
And Sunlounger was only supposed to be a side project, right? Like a small thing.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it was supposed to be a small thing, but it was just supposed to be a side project for the fact when I signed with Armada in 2005, with at that time my Roger Shah name. Armada wanted to sign 2 tracks, and the one was like my track with Jan Johnston at that time, and then I had another track which I had no name for it at the same time, and I had to come up with a name, and then I just invented the kind of Sunlounger theme because I thought this was a guitar track, and yeah, I just came up with the name Sunlounger by that, and then the track went big, and then Armada wanted to have an album.
What was the track, the guitar track?
It was a White Sand was White Sand and became very big. And then Amala told me, maybe we want to have a full album like this. And then I created Another Day on the Terrace, which I think became the first #1 in the general charts in Holland ever for Armada. So that was a nice achievement at the time.
When you sit in the studio and you produce Sunlounger tracks, like, how do you connect yourself to the beach like that? How does that work?
I think it's just my imagination taking myself back to the beach, or a lot of times I compose when I'm at the beach. So
you bring your computer and everything?
Yeah, I mean, the way I perform is with laptop anyways, and play some live stuff, so I always have my keyboard and my laptop with me, so which gives me a chance to just pull out the keyboard and play some chords, some melody if I have an idea. And then when I'm back in the studio, then I can take it from there. But this is actually the way I created Another Day on Terrace, was me going to Ibiza for 2 weeks, sitting on my terrace, watching the sunset and writing melodies. This is the way I came up with Another Day on the Terrace, because it was just always another day on the terrace, finding myself sitting there, composing, and this is where the name came from.
And you can almost hear the sunsets in the tracks as well, because you do them so good.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this is just a part of me, the way I compose. I always like to make very melodic music and touching music. I think this comes from the time when I went to orchestration, where you have to compose and underline feelings to pictures. So that's what I learned when I was young. I think this is still a big part of me being a musician and writing songs. So I think this is still like one of those talents I have, and it's just my trademark, I think.
For the Sunlounger albums, you do 2 CDs. You do a chilled one and you do a club one.
Yeah.
Which one is you, if you would have to choose one?
Oh, that's really hard. I like both. What I usually do is I work on the club ones first, and then I remove all the beats and all the club elements and replace with chill sounds. So this is the way I would usually work. So this is the way I'm working for Sunlounger. For now, I also have no plans for new Sunlounger stuff, so that's why this night is gonna be kind of special. Going back to some of my old hit records, and I haven't played this for a long time or that for a long time, so that's why I'm very excited for myself. And for now, with the new management and stuff, we decided to put Sunlounger on the side and focus everything now on my name. Even like the meditation album was supposed to be a Sunlounger album because it would fit better to the Sunlounger brand. But then we decided to release it under my name, because now we want to do everything, even it's Sunlounger style type of music, we want to release everything under Roger Shah, because that's who I am.
And recently, under Roger Shah, you released Love Heals You,
Yeah.
which is your latest single, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What can you tell us about that track?
Oh, actually, I was very happy when I discovered the singer from Hawaii, and she has a very unique voice, and I'm using her for a lot of scoring stuff. And this track was supposed to be one of the trailer cue for a company as well. And then when we finished the trailer part, which is kind of halfway of the breakdown, I felt like this track can't stop there. I have to build it from there to a massive. This is something I want to share with the people. That means for me to share with the people, I have to make a club version out of it, and then I build it from original supposed to be trailer cue to the way the version is, the way you know it right now. Yeah, and I was really happy when I saw the support. Like almost everybody played it with. I think we hit top 13 on Beatport with it, and it was Leilani's first single ever, which is also great for her. The way I introduced her to the market, and we're working a lot right now on orchestral stuff, and maybe also another single with her for my forthcoming album. Yeah, it was really great experience to do this track, and like a lot of things I'm doing, everything goes with me in a natural way. Like a lot of things are not planned; they just turn out that way.
You mentioned it right now. You have actually a forthcoming album, a Roger Shah album.
Yeah.
What does that sound like, and how Love Heals You, did that set the standard for the upcoming album?
It sets the standard for the trance part of the album. It's gonna be, if everything, we are still in early stage of planning. Even the album is almost done. I'm gonna have 2 CDs, and it will be kind of, I unite the Sunlounger sound and the Roger Shah sound in one album, and have a lot of balearic, chilled, maybe even a little bit deep house influenced tracks, like the way I play in my radio show, and then have a lot of uplifting trance, a lot of 138 bangers, like like Love Heals You. So I think I just want, with this album, I just want to show like my diversity again and set myself no boundaries and just do artist album with all the music I love, the way I want to share my music, and also the way I want to play in the shows. So that's why it's kind of, it sets the standard for the trance part, and then I have a lot of crossover, even radio potential stuff coming too.
What else can we expect from you in the future right now?
Yeah, so we are working on the release dates for my next single, which is a collaboration with Moya Brennan again.
Oh, wow.
So yes, after Morning Star, took a while to collaborate with her again because she's so busy with her own stuff, working with Hans Zimmer on movies, and she's doing all that crazy big things. And yeah, for the fact I'm also working with her daughter, Aisling Jarvis, I still kept in touch with the family, and I got her finally back. And the next single will be a new single with her, which is going to be released I think end of May, so it's going to be soon. And then we have Magic Island Volume 7 coming mid-June, which is the annual mix album of my radio show, with full-on exclusive new tracks from balearic to uplifting trance. I'm very excited about that. Also going to do a few more touring and dates for the Magic Island 7 tour. And yeah, so that's the next stuff coming.
Cool. I can't wait to hear more from that album. Now, apart from music, I know that you were also a tennis player, right?
Yeah, I was actually very solid when I was young. Young age, I played a lot of local tournaments and was close to take it to a next level, but maybe got too lazy or too distracted by music.
Do you still play?
So I still play. I still play in the local league. I still play some tournaments. So sometimes when I have some downtimes, play some local tournaments, and yeah, sometimes still making some money out of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not a lot, but I think I'm doing better playing shows than playing tennis. But it's still fun to play, and I still have my local team I support and play like the local leagues. Mm-hmm. So on a solid level.
So how good, 1 to 10, how good would you say that are you as a tennis player?
This is hard. I mean, the pros are so crazy good. So I would say I would be on a 4, 5 maybe. But I think the guys who just play tennis sometimes, or like the hobby players, I would still kick their asses. So I wouldn't think good enough for those guys.
Cool. So Roger, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Always nice.
And I can't wait for your set tonight.
Thank you. I'm very excited.
What can we expect a little bit?
I mean, I do all the Sunlounger stuff. I was looking through all the albums I released and picked out like the cherries out of it. Yeah, from Another Day on the Terrace to White Sand and all those tracks.
Cool. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.